So today I want to talk about getting into the zone as a footballer. Now, obviously, I'm recording this video because I got this concept from the book from Tim Grover, Relentless. I think you should all read this book as athletes. It just talks about like the mindsets of the elite athletes, of how dedicated they are to their craft and all of that. It just tells you the ways of just the lengths that different athletes such as Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, just the lengths that they'll go to be the best that they can be, to win the championship, to win the title, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think you should really cop this book. It's a great book. But anyway, let's talk about getting into the zone. Now I'm sure a lot of you have felt that feeling of getting into the zone on a match day where you're just having one of those days where it's just like everything's just going right for you. You're pulling out stuff that you really wouldn't do on a normal day. Maybe you're a winger, you're just pulling out tricks and they're working. You even rainbow flick someone or you do something crazy like that. Maybe you're a striker and every shot you're hitting, you just bang, 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 and you score like 4 or 5 goals that game. Maybe you're a midfielder, you're winning all your battles, you're taking people on, all you're pinging diags about 80 yards up the field, and they're landing to your winger perfectly to his feet. So I'm sure we've all felt that feeling, but I think a lot of us would wish that we could be in that mode sort of all the time, just be in that mode of just locked in and just have that feeling of, well, fly there, that feeling of just everything going right for you. So obviously Tim Grover, he describes the zone as sort of this calm but intensely focused sort of state of mind. A state of mind where no thoughts are going through your head, literally just the task at hand. So let's say you're obviously all of us here are footballers. Let's just say you're just completely focused on winning the game and playing well. You're just focused on that. Nothing else is going through your head in between the games, even when there's stoppages, nothing else is going through your head. It's just okay, well, I'm focused now. I just need to help my team win this game. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about the zone, how you can get into the zone more often, and yeah, let's get it. One quick thing I want to say about the zone is that when you're in the zone, it's kind of weird because it's like when things are going right for you, it's kind of like you're in the zone, but you can't really think about it. You can't really like deep that you're in the zone, or because thinking is gonna take you out the zone. Because that's what the zone basically is. It's basically you just turning off your thinking brain and just letting just instinct take over. Basically, just letting just let it become automatically to you. Just let it come to you naturally. So yeah, that's the weird thing about the zone. You know you're in there, but you can't really think about it too tough, or you're just gonna what's it called? You're just gonna mess yourself up. You're just gonna overthink basically. So yeah, once you start thinking and doubting and second guessing yourself, that's when you're gonna take yourself out of the zone. And once you come out of the zone, it's so difficult to get back in. Like I know this. I remember it happened to me one time where I was in the zone. I was playing well first half. Then we come out for the second half, and then I can't remember, but something happened. I think I gave the ball away, and they nearly scored from it. And then and then from there, I started to just overthink and just self doubt myself. And then you could see on the pitch, I was hesitant on the ball. The passes weren't firm. I was under hitting passes, sometimes over hitting passes. And yeah, like I said, I had a good first half, but literally just one mistake, one bad pass that potentially could have led to a goal. It just completely took me out, and I couldn't get back into it for the rest of the game. It was so weird. But yeah, like I said, to get in the zone, you just have to turn your thinking brain off. You just have to have that belief of no matter what happens, I'm gonna be okay on this pitch. No matter what happens, to I trust in my ability to play well, to turn it around even if I'm having a bad game. Now, obviously, a big part of this is having the confidence and the belief in yourself, as well as putting in the hard work away from the pitch, so that when you get onto the pitch, you're confident in your ability. You know you've done this before. It doesn't matter who you're playing, or let's say you go 1-0 down, 2-0 down. Whether you've had a poor first half or a poor first 30 minutes, you just have that belief that as long as you stay on the pitch, you have the ability to turn things around and help your team win the game. Now, obviously, everyone's different, and everyone has a different way of getting into the zone. So, getting into your way of getting into the zone could include pre-game rituals. Maybe it's in the match you make your first big tackle, and that sort of gets you into the zone. Maybe it's your teammate or coach shouting at you before the game. You're in the change room, and your coach is giving a team talk, or your captain is giving a team talk, and you're getting hyped before the game. Maybe that's what puts you in your zone. Obviously, it's different for everyone. Obviously, I think we all know that iconic what's his name? Laurent Blanc for the French team used to kiss Fabien Barthez on the head. Hey, that was his thing. I don't think I'd ever do that, me personally. But hey, he needed to kiss Barthez's head to get in his zone for good luck, he said. So hey, it could be different for everyone. I know me personally, me getting into the zone is kind of simple. It's literally just as soon as I feel the sweat drip off my forehead, I'm kind of in the zone. As soon as I'm sort of drenched in sweat, that's when I know I'm in the zone. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for the match. So obviously during the warm ups, obviously when everyone's sort of taking it lightly, I try to what's it called, get myself going, get my heart rate up, try to sweat, because as soon as I'm sort of drenched in sweat, I know that I'm ready. So let's say in the warm up when we're doing dynamic stretches, or if we're, let's say in the warm up we're doing like a game of keep ball, I make sure that I'm just dynamic. I'm just if we don't have the ball in the warm up, I'm chasing after it. I'm when we have the ball, I'm always looking to get on it, just trying to get my heart rate up, just trying to make sure I'm drenched in sweat, because I know as soon as just sweating bears, I'm in the zone. I found this out when I was about probably like 15, where I found out, okay, when I'm sweating, I'm in the zone. I'm ready basically. So yeah. So I believe the best way to make sure you're continuously in the zone pretty much every single game is to basically just look back at your good performances and try to remember what you did before the game. You know, how was your warm up? How was this? Is there a certain ritual you did? Or if you can't remember that, then today, as of now, just start trying different things and just try to see what sort of gets you in the zone, what sort of gets you playing well. And obviously this is how pre-game rituals are made. Like, I remember back in the day, I used to always wear like sliders before the game. So like before the game, when my dad would drive me to the game, I'd wear sliders. We get into the change room and then we'll change. I remember there was one game I wore black Air Forces. Yeah, I wore black Air Forces, and then or Black Air Forces, and I had an absolute stinker. I played horribly, and then I never wore those Black Air Forces again. So like, yeah, it can get as deep as that. Everyone has their weird sort of pre-game rituals to get them in the zone. But yeah, just little things, just things like that. Even a couple years later, I remember before the games, I'd always go down to like the Astro and literally just get my touches in. Just get my touches in. Just make sure I'm warm, pretty much. Just get a bit of a sweat on. Make sure I'm warm, just to get me in the zone, just to get me going. And I found that that works for me. That works for me. So yeah, if you can remember, but if you can think back to your good performances and try to remember what you did on that match day, obviously then just repeat them and then see how that goes. Or if you can't really remember what you used to do, you can just try different things that get you into the zone. And then once you find that one thing, you'll stick to it for the rest of your career basically. So yeah, I think that's the best way to basically just get into the zone. Have a specific routine that you do before every match day to just get you prepared, to get you feeling ready, and yeah, because that's what the zone is all about. It's all about just not thinking about any of the negatives, just focused on the task, just getting focused on the task, just you thinking in your mind that no matter what happens, I'm winning today, I'm being dominant on the pitch, I'm playing my best, my team are winning the game. And that's what pre-game rituals basically do. It just gives you that security of, oh, I've done everything I need to do, I've done my pre-game routine, I've done this, whether it's, like I said, whether it's what's it called? Whether it's me going down to the Astro beforehand and getting my touches in, whether it's like some weird ones like maybe you put your left sock before your right sock, or you put your right boot before your left boot, whatever works for you. But yeah, I think that's the best way to basically just get into the zone, just get into a constant routine before every match day. And yeah, because like I said, it gives you the security of you knowing I've done everything I need to do. It removes all the doubt in your mind, all the negative thoughts, all the insecurities. They're all gone. And then what's cool? All you need to do is just focus on playing well and winning the game, which is literally the definition of the zone. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on that. I've been JT, and I'm out.